Hey, what's going on? What do you say there, Rams fans? Gio Seti, Staten Island, New York, coming at you on a Tuesday morning after a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope everybody is doing well. So bear with me. I got a few things I'd like to cover, okay? First things first, I want to recap some of my thoughts and incidences from this past weekend versus the Packers, and then I want to give you a preview for what's coming ahead versus the New Orleans Saints over in the Dome in New Orleans, okay? First things first, guys, all right? This is a saying we have here in New York. I've known it for many, many years. The great ones never panic. I repeat, the great ones never, ever, never panic, all right? The reason why I'm saying that, and you guys are Ram fans, all right, if you go back like I do, you know what I'm talking about. But for the new folks, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, only from the St. Louis area, don't go back to LA, I love you too. But we're watching the game on Sunday, all right? A few things. And I got my laptop with me because it was shown locally here in New York. And I'm watching some of the comments during the first quarter. Now listen, we're 8-0. I know it wasn't a perfectly played quarter, but the Rams have the personnel, they have the coaching. You know that. It wasn't going to remain that way the entire game. Come on, man. The great ones never panic. I even shared it with you, but there were Ram fans belly aching. Oh, what's going on here? This is not right. It sucks. That's got to stop. The great ones never panic. We turn the entire game around. I remember my forecast going into the game. I said, hey, yes, it's the Packers. It's Aaron Rodgers. They're coming into town. Another thing, you're speaking about the fans, all right? Yes, there's 95,000 seats in the Coliseum. The Packers have fans that are extremely well known for their travel. Regardless of the stadium, they're cheeseheads. Remember, Lombardi, the frozen tundra, the Packers, I mean, that's all they care about in Green Bay. There's a major following. This is even before the season. They have 10, 15, 20,000 people that go to all the games. Green Bay is a small place. I've been there. Have you ever been to Lambeau? It's dynamically amazing. I mean, it's got to be on your bucket list as a football fan. But it's a small place. It's all they care about is Packers. There's nothing else going on. For Christ's sake, the local hookers are virgin there. There's nothing else going on but football, all right? So anyway, with that said, it's okay that they had following over in the Coliseum over in LA. It's okay. Back to the game. Yeah, the Rams did not play their best in the first quarter. But look what they did in the second quarter. Their defense picked it up. Remember, they're still without Cooper Kupp, which is a major loss. But they've been still showing signs of brilliance even in his absence with the passing game. So as the game went on, you saw what they did. You saw that, especially after the half, there's adjustments. Adjustments are made. The game gets better. We have the personnel. We have the coaching. All right? Excuse me. All right? So no more complaining. The great ones never panic. I never panicked. All right? We're 8-0, baby. So now we're 8-0. All right? Feeling good, right? Another game. We faced the New Orleans Saints. Now, just like I said about Aaron Rodgers. By the way, fabulous play at the end of the game. And Todd Gurley, just total class. Especially a guy, thinking about it, in an age where all these idiots are showboating all over the place. Here's a guy dominating the league. Chasing a touchdown title, running effortlessly every week, MVP leading candidate in my opinion, and he doesn't, and I think that's class, because he thought about the team, not himself, all right? So him stopping before scoring, because he knew he had to, when the game is sealed, you take a knee. Class for Todd Gurley. And Goff played a brilliant game as well, even though he was under a lot of duress sometimes. But, think about it. The Rams, it's all about, not every game's going to be 38-10. Again, the coaching, the preparation, we have what it takes to persevere off of games like this. So now we're going to face the Saints. Again, Breeze, love the guy. Another one of those ambassadors of the league, if you will. A lot of respect for him. And it's in New Orleans. But you know what? We're getting a beautiful indoor carpet with all of our gimmicks and our speed and our play selection. McVay is salivating over this. And you know what? Back to what Chuck Knox said, Ground Chuck, many years ago that I mentioned last week. It's not who you play, it's when you play them. I'd rather play the Saints, them coming in winning 6 straight, than them coming in losing 3 straight. Does it make sense? So we're 8-0, they've won 6 straight. I say we go into New Orleans. Again, we're getting better defensively each passing week. Forget about those plays in the secondary versus the Packers. It happens. It's the NFL. They have some very talented receivers, and it was Aaron Rodgers throwing. All right? Breeze is going to have his moments. But I love it. The Rams are going to go into New Orleans. All right? Maybe later on in the week I'll give you more of a prediction. But we're winning. We're going to 9-0. And then we're going to get the sea bags again. So anyway, guys, I'm getting excited. I want you to get excited. But please, the great ones never panic. When we play the Saints, if they're down 7-0 or there's a fumble or a costly turnover or something, don't panic. Stop the belly aching. Come on. All right? One day we're going to get together. You're going to give me a hug because, I go back. I could tell you game on top of game over game. Decades of losing. Late 70s, we made the playoffs all the time. In the 80s, during the Jim Everett era, it was wonderful. But when we went through a decade of losing in the 90s, then we were risen by Kurt Warner and his magic. All right? I love Dick Vermeil. Then we went on and had a horrible early 2000s. It wasn't easy. But now we're on top of the world. We got a brilliant, enthusiastic coach. We have a world-class best running back in the league. We have Greg the Leg, the best kicker, the best punter. We have wonderful wide receivers. Cooper Kupp, good guy, great player. Cooks, Goff. Goff is going to be a legend. Relax. The great ones never panic. See that? Better days, baby. We're here. Better days. All right? So, Rams, I want your reactions. Let me know what you're feeling. If you're feeling me. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow's Halloween. Make it for the kids. Enjoy your Halloween. And I'll be back later on in the week to talk a little more Rams Saints. All right? Take care and brush your hair. Talk to you soon.